The Snap DK, even Oracle offering a tremendous amount of magical damage.
They're very fast though, I will say, on Virtus Pro. Like if they hit their timings, like because Shaker can actually play quicker as long as he has heroes in front of him, right? Like you can go for these Fisher plays, go for these little like bolas into just one Fisher, and you can actually fight your way to that Blink Dagger pretty well.
Now, before we get things started, game 2 coming up right after this quick video.
Prepare for battle.
Я на мид. Я на мид.
You almost had that.
Already the tips are flying and the voice chat lines are being spammed out by both teams. Looks like Team Spirit in high spirits, getting themselves out across to the enemy side of the map for some quick warding. And VP, he said they can play quickly. They're going to have to in this one. They've set themselves up for some decent lanes. There's that mid game and the ability to get to blink on Earthshaker, Nature's Prophet BKB that could be the challenge for them. Definitely got a window while you're waiting for Ursa to get Battle Fury.
Our odds here looking as you'd expect here. To say, especially after that game 1, like they even had a chance and they just like swiftly crushed it. I'd say this lineup looks a little bit harder to execute because I don't think the scaling looks particularly good for Virtus Pro this game. Obviously, it's not as like determined in the mid and the late game because there's not Anti-Mage. She's just like this humongous beast. But we've all seen that Ursa can. He's almost there these days with his bits of mobility and the eggs and the shard. He can get to this very difficult to deal with massive state.
Yeah, because he's physical burst damage and physical scales better into late game. And the fact that he's kind of unkillable once he gets to shard and stuff like that as well. Having almost permanent enrage means you're dishing out serious damage and you're not really being stopped by anything. I kind of want to see if Sayers goes for a Eul Scepter, or we have Eul's come out from one of the core heroes just to try and deal with the Ursa through the enrage, which we have seen a fair amount. Tide Hunter grabbed one up the other day. But as always, eyes on this mid lane. Lol, the tempo center for Team Spirit. And Squadix, he's on his Ember. We've seen great things from this man. Play around the map, even at a deficit, he can cause havoc.
They're going to need all his tips and tricks on this one. And pairing with the defensive nature of the Silencer, or maybe you can jump in and try and grab a kill before the Oracle's able to get the save. Something can help them, but I don't think there's really a great target. Like sometimes you'll have a Silencer on your team, and using the global silence, you can jump in and just kill them. Like a Faceless Void, I think, is a pretty good example where like, oh, his spells are like the only way he's gonna be safe. He doesn't want to invest in these other defensive items. I don't know if Ursa's quite the same. And Ursa's just so much like more frightening, I guess. Like harder to like ink stun down.
Yeah.
Especially like later on in the game.
Yeah, much more difficult. Sayers dragging waves, but the range creep kind of pseudo denied by Miposhka. Keeping tabs unnoticed on that right side of the lane as well. Looks like both mid laners going to have bottles delivered very shortly. Now DK is going for the brace, so just tanking up as much as he can. They're going to relinquish rune control to Squadix completely, and his bottles on Curion coming.
Denied.
And we obviously don't see too much Oracle anymore, but best things about it, getting to level 3, get the 102 build, start bursting with a ton of damage. Certainly something that Sayush is to watch for. He's going to slowly start willing you down as he's going through his level 2, and he's going to look for that just like one jump in play there with the burst from Ursa to maybe bring you down.
I even noticed. Pretty quick on his feet, this old man. Should get boots shortly. But yeah, if you get caught, you can be killed very quickly. Sayers right now just blocking waves, being a nuisance. But here's the play, even just at level 2. Earthshaker looks like he's about to drop. Not even wasting mana here, Miposhka. Well, they don't want to go for it.
No,
Yatra has made the call to go for the wave instead.
Yeah, I think the kill's a little bit too tough. A little bit too long. He might mango Fisher, still get away. He couldn't land the Purified Flames before
Radiant's
Fortune's End
middle
either, because
tower
like
is under
the range he was
attack.
at.
Now the turn
now it's
onto
dead.
it. Oh, he pops his stake kind of very far as well. Trading blows in that bot lane. Try the pull. See if he can continue it. Notice. Oh god, on the very edge of the Illuminate. And the one Satyr Mindstealer does aggro the creeps.
Meanwhile, we saw their Squadix was getting pretty low in the mid lane versus Laurel, but did you see farm? And now top here, you're seeing we got just Mira and Collapse doing their thing again. Collapse not nearly as frightening compared to his Primal Beast self when it comes into that mid game. He's gonna be a little bit more sedated. He is not rushing the Arcane Boots, so he does have the Boar stacking Ancients, but well, we'll see. He might mix it up and go back for it. We'll see. I feel like that's kind of the play, right? Like if you're able to get the stacks.
Didn't stack the boar, but just left alone. What is that FNG set on the silencer? We're taking a peek at old Gandalf there. Is he using that book as a shield? He is.
Purpose. Yeah.
Got all his spells and all his protection.
He's got all the hacks in there, you know.
The tome
SV
of
cheats 1, you know. In-game dash gold 999999.
Are fortified.
Spawn unit Roshan.
All the normal stuff.
+4 armor.
Well, very typical thing happening here mid as Laurel has 11 denies as this DK. These DK players, it's definitely the mental damage is why they like playing Dragonite. Because, you know, the broke sentiment is that DK is a boring mid lane hero, but when you realize and you get that woke status, guys, you realize that he's actually the best because you just stun and deny their creeps and it just it tilts them, you know?
Emotional damage.
Yeah. The best kind of damage.
Get right under their skin.
He's got owned though as well. Just denied that range of space.
Well, that's another deny the range creep. As bottom, again, attempted play unnoticed. Extra team spirit, safeguarding the Ursa, keeping VP in that regen trade battle. And maybe go for the Sayer. He throws the Fisher out there to block them.
Dire
A lot of baiting, poking, and prodding. Everyone trying to keep them on their toes. Team Spirit comfortable is continuing to play the lane. Yatoro is not really being too bothered by it.
Up and run to the river here. FNG is gonna escape from Mira. Another set of stacks. Hopefully not gonna be forgotten this time. We'll see. For 52 minutes. Yeah, there we go. 52 minutes, 52 seconds.
Minutes?
This game's going very fast.
Suddenly, fast forward.
illusion.
He's successful. Boar's gonna maybe die. Nope.
Lol? Oh yeah, he's a DK with 2 points in the Dragon Blood. Chica rotates, can't do anything. Mira grabs the illusion on top. Make sure the Ember doesn't take it. And here comes Lol with that first Dragon form. Start chipping away at your tower. So they're leaving Notice alone.
Dire's middle tower is under
That means
attack.
he's got to be careful skirting the tree line, hiding in the fog. Keeping Earthshaker mid, where Mira is sticking around here and gets the cookie on to Squadix. This is all just tower pressure though, forcing VP to react. When they go in towards that mid lane, enchanted the Fisher, Illuminate Blast, drawn by FNG. Nearly had the Mirror kill as well.
Words.
He just walked up and Fisher? How did he just get away with that? He just walked up. Like, they're so greedy, they don't think we can kill him, but notice he has that damage. And he's a fast guy, you know? He disappears for a second down bottom. They even had a ward down here, and they didn't respect the power of this Coddle.
I think the ward came after he moved, because he ran away into the fog. Came and placed that ward down. Yeah. It felt like Team Spirit were really baiting there. I was wondering if they were going to TP more heroes in. They're just drawing attention into the mid lane, give the side lanes an easier time. Yes, you lose your DK. First blood goes to VP.
That was so risky. Yatoro just did a scan on the secret shop to get his ring finished, and he almost lost his career. Sage, like...
Perseverance flying over the Earthshaker.
Denied.
Oh, he's just gonna walk mid again. That guy won't do it again. Oh, the block! Cut him off in the pass!
Arcane Curse dispelled off. Fortune's End there, but onto Lol we go. Fate's Edict, protecting him a little bit from the magic damage. Moving forward, not going to do a whole lot. Selective Fist from Squad X does take down Mira, and then the jump in under
Radiant's middle
tower.
tower is under
Enabled by
attack.
Kiritich, and finished off by him as well. Transfer this into a tier 1 push. That's the speed at which VP can play is substantial. But when you make these moves, 5 heroes mid, you're still giving a lot of room on the side lanes to Spirit.
Dire's top tower is under
Yeah,
attack.
Collapse is, he's not super confident though. He doesn't immediately run to the camps. He knows these rotations are coming up, but he wasn't. It's a hatred ever. Yeah, that was really saving his life right there. Okay. I saw his helm and I was like, man, he's really not going to go for the camp, but now I see why. He's got his Satyr back doing some stack work already.
So did he already cleared the large camp, I guess, to get the helm completed?
Yeah, he only had a couple stacks on that, I think.
And now start working on the ancients.
The Treant is going to come in here and get a look at this, but this is interesting though, because like so many Beastmasters have not been doing this. Like they've just been grabbing those arcanes first, right? But I'm not. Is he going to buy any, or is he just going to like buy a bunch of mangoes?
I should buy mangoes, it looks like. Why spend a lot of money when a lot of money do tricks?
Rush forth.
Well done.
Full of products. Mira.
Dire's middle tower is
Saved
under
up by
attack.
the Oracle. Gets a Scatterblast on them. Lol. Taking the brunt of the damage here on the Spirit Vessel. Oh no, he turned around for the goal. He attempted to get into high ground. Now relenting in towards Lol. Nice Dragon Tail. He's away from them. They're going to chase him to the bitter end. Finish off the Dragon Knight and get the takedown. He might have a roar from Collapse, but FNG holds him off at the pass. Make sure there's no movement forward. And now another go back in for Squad X. Just continuing to play aggressively.
Look at your death.
And Oracle died in the mid lane as well, so 3 kills going away of VP.
Yeah, Kirsten I think got in there. And I'm pretty sure that Wrath of Nature was 1 bounce away from killing Mira as well. I think the last bounce hit Oracle, and like the last one would have killed Mira.
Sayos just tumbling through a Scatterblast. Cookie misses because of it. Earthshaker probably would have died bottom if he didn't have the Tumbler's toy. Yeah, 10 minutes in, this Keeper of the Light with Spirit Vessel, plus he had 3 charges before that mid lane fight kicked off. OJ's in a really good place right now. And yeah, he's going for the Yule Scepter to try and deal with the Ursa. It just feels like another one of those games where VP, they're doing well, and they're utilizing the aggression that their draft is built around. But it still feels like they need that a little bit more. Like they need to keep this going. They need another team fight where they have another 3-kill sweep, go for an objective, get another tier 1, or else the same thing happened in game number 1. One lost fight leads to deterioration.
Dude,
Radiant's
yeah,
bottom tower is
way
under
prefer
attack.
Collapse's strategy here though. Like, he just had the arcane ring. He pops out a couple times, hands it off. He's like, yeah, I don't need that anymore. It's fine. And then you didn't have to mango for this. His mana's still like full. He's been clearing through these
Are
stacks. So
scanning.
game boots perhaps a little overrated.
Man, how many
Radiant's
times have we
bottom
seen
tower is
Beastmasters like lose their lane and have to recover with
Dire's
Ancients?
top tower
Whereas
is
Collapse
under
here
attack.
traded evenly in lane, and now he's 3rd in net worth. Gonna pop up a little more with this tier 1 tower take from Yatra and Lol. Squadix trying to deal with them. They popped the global, but Yatra got off the enrage before it all happened, so Ursa perfectly finds away from there. Lol keeping him at bay with the Dragon Tail, but the Echo Slam and the Chain Stun take him down to half HP. But watch Collapse, diving into the back line, rolls up FNG, kills off the Sansa. Sayers now in the firing line. And Earthshaker, you can juke him. Dive all you want, but Lol's on your tail, and
Radiant's
he'll
bottom
clear you
tower
up.
is under attack.
Look at more tips just on FNG, huh? And more big fans, huh?
Yeah.
Like you roared and killed the Sansa. Like congrats, man. Like
Forgot you.
your team's owning well. Get 'em.
Showed you what's up. Spirit trying to de-wall this high ground. Kiritich TP'd aggressively. The cookie on the center into the kisses and the stop. Beautifully done. Spirit claim another kill. So here's the moment. 12 minutes in. Again, like same time as game 1. You lose a fight as VP, and now you have to recuperate all of that map space, all of that momentum.
Radiant's middle tower is under
And
attack.
before you do that, you need Blink on Earthshaker.
I don't know if he can afford to. I mean, he's actually pretty farmed. I don't know. Like he's got 1,200 gold. You just fail for the shard at 15. It's like you'll get it. You have a Nature's Prophet and an Ember on your team, and a Coddle on your team. Dude, you're never seen a creep wave.
Yeah, that's true.
Like,
Yeah, that's actually really true.
yeah, like this one mid, this is just a mirage. There's a DK in this creep wave. You can fish her for a last hit if you want, but you're not getting any gold. Notice is like, step aside. I'll get this gold here. Don't worry. Stay back, Earthshaker. Those creeps are dangerous.
And then FNG is gathering up some creeps top, but we'll see what happens to him in a second. Gets into the tree line. Cookie on the dragon. They spot the silencer. Turns himself into a piggy. And down he goes for Collapse's killing spree.
Radiant's
Fast
bottom
didn't even go
tower
towards
is under
him.
attack.
He's just microing the dragon while right-clicking the wave with a 0.
So now top lane is a barren wasteland for VP. You don't go there. You don't go top jungle. So they need Kiritich to farm bottom. Yeah. Again, Squad X Ember Spirit. Close to Maelstrom, but he's got a lot of work to do this game. A couple of active runes could definitely get them back into this. A smoke move with him, Sayos and FNG maybe on the cards here as well. But it's very, very difficult against this backline and frontline of Spirit. You know, Oracle and Snap in the back, Snap the DK at the front. You have to break past two incredibly tanky heroes who have long duration stuns. Dragontail and Roar both doing pretty much the same thing. Yeah. If they can stop the initial burst and catch from VP, that's their team fight down the drain.
Dire's top tower
The Maelstroms are up,
attack.
so hopefully the creeps will die. That is pretty much the best thing that they have going for them right now. Bro, this Coddle Ember Nature's Prophet. This idea of you should be able to dictate where we play on the map based on your heroes. It is kind of hard to catch Coddle still. Like they basically need a blink DK, right?
Well, they have Blink Ursa now.
Yeah.
Blink DK, Blink Ursa. I just Fortune's End Yatoro. Send him in. Blink on the Coddle. Find the Prophet. Because yeah, the way
Trying to
they're
find some upsides here, okay?
Yeah, I understand VP going these Maelstroms. They're doing the right thing, but you kind of wish they had BKBs because they need to consolidate some kind of victory. Get an advantage.
Well, the Shard is flying on the carrier here. Could be nice for Sage. Maybe he can threaten here.
Wrath of Nature bounces and takes Makoshka very low. Solar Bind dispelled on Fishers, and he gets caught out by the Roar and the Ursa. The wild animals have hunted him and backed the Earthshaker into a corner.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
And Squad X, he's being annoying. Oracle and Snap dropping lower and lower with a slight chain spam. So looks like Oracle's going to top Mirror back up to full HP. Alright, what's this 16-minute rune? Give me another Arcane or a DD or something. Oh, an Invis.
Not ideal. I mean, they do have a Veil, which is pretty cool for FNG, so that is a decent way to try and win one of these fights. A lot of bonus damage.
Yeah, Solar Bind, Veil, Illuminate. And that Spirit Vessel with the mid charges, the couple has spent them all. Back in that mid lane, a D-Ward from Mira keeps the high ground. In comes the Squad X Ember, but he's against the Fate Edict, so all that magic damage being mitigated by the Oracle. Ember Spirit, yeah, such a struggle to finish anybody off.
Oh, it's so close!
You can't do it. And then Law just walks up, threatened with a Dragon Tail. Everything dispelled off of him again.
Oh, you
Popping top though, hey? There's a TP in behind, Kiritich aiming to collapse. Earthshaker already spent his Fisher, but that's some big damage from Kiritich. Should finish him off. Sayush, did he just spend Echo there? What's the kill off the dragon? It's just Echo the Beastmaster creeps.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Fair enough.
Gotta get blinked somehow, you know? He's not getting waves. We already went through that. FNG
attempted deny on the mid lane tower.
Get paid, you know? Steamrollers here.
Yeah, if he got the tower deny, I'd say worth it, but he didn't. And now the waiting game for VPs, BKBs. In desperate need of some kind of protection. Just a slow trickle of the rest of the map starting to belong to Team Spirit. A couple of good aggressive wards over in the Radiant, in the Dire Ancients. Looking for that bottom tier 1. VP going to mount a defense with everybody. 5 heroes brought down south. This is one of those classic Team Spirit baits. Like they move there, they kind of shuffle to bottom lane. They show Yatoro down here. But they're gonna go for him. Oh, the bait turnaround.
Get him.
VP is scared though. They think there's so many heroes behind him. This is the thing. Usually, if an Ursa's there, there's 4 heroes sat behind him, right? But Team Spirit have swung up to the top part of the map with a smoke.
Yeah, and if, you know, what do you do typically in retro, right? Like someone TP's back to that top lane or something. But I think they realized what happened.
Coin for me.
You're gonna see Mira now under their ward here. So we know what's up.
Easy mind games from Spirit. Yeah, I like Mira picking up a Lotus Orb here. So now they've got that multiple layers of supporting each other. Dispel the Oracle. Also need to dispel others.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Spirit playing under their vision. VP saw them all filtering up top
Dire's
though.
top
And it looks
tower
like they're
is
pinging
under
it out
attack.
that there is high ground ward there.
Radiant's bottom tower
Nothing
is
to
under
stop them
attack.
killing tier 2 and grabbing outposts at
Radiant's
this point.
structures are fortified.
And with all the blinks and mobility on the scene between the Ursa and the DK, Claps went for the
Radiant's
Shark
middle tower is
immediately
under
after
attack.
the Helmet Overlord too, so kind of has this additional like team fight and
Dire's top tower
crowd
is
control in
fallen.
these fights. It can be really annoying,
Radiant's
and
bottom tower
especially this
is
early. I
under
feel like we don't
attack.
see the Hawk very early
Radiant's
anymore.
bottom tower has fallen.
Yeah, it usually comes much later. Super good against these heroes pre-BKB, knowing that
Dire's top tower
Amber doesn't
is
have
under
his.
attack.
Prophet has
Yep.
just bought his.
Radiant's middle
Huddle
tower
as well
is
is
under
really
attack.
weak to that, because like he has to play with his mobility, and he doesn't really have a good way of preparing for a 2.5-second route out of nowhere.
Oh yeah, he switched away from Yules to the Force Staff, huh? So I no longer have that ability to deal with the Ursa through Enrage.
Yeah, that's true.
Team Spirit saw everything VP were doing. They know they're in that bottom jungle.
Dire's
Up to some
middle
nonsense,
tower is
placing some
under
wards.
I wonder why this game. I wonder why this game he went for the Shaker. Like, I wonder what it was about it that made him decide.
To go for the shard.
Radiant are scanning.
No, just to play Shaker, even. Like,
Yeah, I can't answer that. Just they picked Beastmaster, I picked Shaker. We think that's the deal. Wait, Kiritich?
О, неплохо для стрима.
Why are you down
О,
here?
неплохо для
Are they
стрима.
hunting for lol, I guess? Very aggressive from Kiritich, though. Going for Nullifier. Something to try and dispel off this stuff from.
Dire's middle
the
tower
Oracle.
is under attack.
Well, he just did get reclaimed, so Yatoro gonna have to bank on the BKB he's got now.
Dire's middle
VP
tower
with a
is
smoke
under attack.
coming back into their top jungle. Smoke breaks. Ursa Beastmaster both already in position, but they're the ones that get changed up and global. Collapse in trouble. Illuminate blasted down, but Scorlake's got to turn and run. Yatoro with his BKB, he's an angry bear, and he's hunting for the Ember Spirit. It's the takedown while Mira eyes on the target. FNG silencer. The tips there are about to come as the scatter blast lands.
I figured out why I picked Shaker. His most picked hero in pro matches is Tiny at 77, Tusk, Rubik, Mirana, all around 70-ish. Then you got Earth Spirit, Clock, Phoenix, Dark Willow, Shadow Comet, Earthquake. Shaker. His pub profile, though, this guy has almost played 500 pubs of Earthshaker. It is his second most played hero after Tusk. Tusk was banned. So
He
I think
really wanted to.
I think this is just his comfort hero. Like, he has not been very
Dire's middle
successful for him in
tower
pros.
is
I'll be
under
real. The
attack.
record, not great. His 2 games earlier this week, also L's. But
Oh, Kiritich. Oof, ow. Yatoro's on your tail. Last couple of kisses missing, but the final clap will not.
Sharpen my claws in your bark, prophet.
And they're so good at this. Pre-placed cookie into blink initiation. Chain stunning, bashing and killing off big key targets.
he does love these blink
Dire's
heroes with
top
the
tower
cookie.
is under attack.
Pretty sick. Using it with the Anti-Mage, now using it with the Ursa too. But speaking of blinks, there it is. The Shaker. You know, it just doesn't have the same
Dire's
oomph it
bottom
used to.
tower is under attack.
I feel
Radiant's
like when
middle
Shaker gets
tower
blinked
is
these
under
days,
attack.
it's not quite as terrifying. FNG, that is terrifying. You are just gone. Goodbye.
Just dead.
roared and taken down by the boars. But not really the boars, mostly the giant dragon.
A tool to teach.
Yeah, it
26
used to
wards
be.
placed.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
That's all FNG has been able to do this game. Press
Dire's
his ulti
bottom
button,
tower
place
has
some
fallen.
wards. I think you're right. Earthshaker used to be, hey, he's got blink. That's automatic team fight victory.
Yeah.
Nowadays, you're lucky if you get a core kill.
Same thing with Meepo, right? Everyone's got way tankier. Same thing with Dagon.
Dire's
How come
bottom
Dagon doesn't do like
tower is
twice as
under
much
attack.
damage? Everyone has like twice as much health as they used to when we bought Dagon.
Yeah, everyone's
Go
buying
back and
hoods
watch games from like 8 years ago. Honest to God, a hero at this point in the game would have like 1100 HP and you'd be like, whoa, that's a tank hero.
Things we used to have Puck Dagon like every game.
Dire's
It was just
middle
like
tower
go-to
is under
item,
attack.
blink Dagon. Kill people in one salvo of spells.
Dire are scanning.
Yeah, everyone's way beef here. We got neutral edge, get health for free in your extra slot. This guy's got plus 15 secondary stats on his Ursa. Like what's going on?
Just a shovel here, 75
Dire's
HP for
middle
you.
tower has fallen.
Easy protection. What's to stop the inevitable from happening though, Trent? What's to stop Team Spirit getting a couple of kills, going into Roche, getting Aegis,
Oh, this is good. They have vision
ending
set
the
up.
game? It's a lol DK though. He's tanky. He's got BKB.
Well, they didn't all die, so we can call that a win, I think. Considering what was running at them, that's a W.
A lowercase W. Yeah.
Yeah, just a little one,
Dire's courier
small one.
has been
It's a
killed.
woof.
Dire's
Woof.
courier has been killed.
These people are all smoked, so they want something to happen. I think ideally going to be looking for those wards around the Roche pit so they can set up for something.
Mid lane.
While Spirit are looking for the Aegis.
I all thought about it.
Radiant
Bob the
are
ult, almost went in.
Now, DD rune spawn top. Where's my Kiritich Prophet?
Never refuse
Can they
good.
do something here? Yara?
Finally, nullifier. The blink echo on the Ursa. Shane stunning him, and the help of the global definitely there. But Yato has the answer. It's the BKB. He turns, looks to kill FNG, goes for the TP, but the damage from Kiritich. Ooh, they had enough. Now Lal on the run. Team Spirit losing to Koshka, and the BKB Dragon Knight having the TP himself out while collapse. Falls into the sky after slaying FNG, and this nullifier. And it's working wonders for Kiritich.
Actually, the answer. He's made it. I did not think they would get there in time with how much map pressure they were losing, but
Radiant's
oh, if only
courier
with a fast
has been
road. She does leave a treant though, so they can get this. There's no buyback. Is it kicking back in?
Radiant's
Ooh, it's
top
not.
tower is under attack.
Smasher won't get there. They get this Roche, I think, if they immediately run out
Dire's
after.
bottom tower
Second it
is under
spawns.
attack.
I think you take this, right? Surely you take this Roche.
You got to. You can't let the Ursa have it.
You just got to YOLO for it.
Radiant's top tower
You cannot
has
give this guy
fallen.
free shard. Just start casting all your spells at it, and this game is winnable.
Dire's
So the
bottom
nullifier,
tower is under
I feel
attack.
like maybe I'm wrong, but I feel like it's slightly overlooked that it just goes through BKB sometimes. Because like
Into an
typically,
Ursa.
yeah, I feel like it doesn't matter that much for some heroes, but Ursa is specifically, it's really bad. Like he just can't play. He
Radiant's
doesn't get to do his
top tower
overpower
is
stuff.
under
He gets to beat the Ursa. They get in there despite the kisses now coming on run.
Oh my god. Oh, the blink stun. Lal finds the capture Kiritich. Aegis is still being held. He turns to the nullifier. BKB's up. Can he TP home away from the other? Oh, the bounce back! He tried the cookie play, but amazing protection from Noticed.
Oh, that was sick. He might have been able to get the right clicks in after. Like, yeah, the cookie's not going to stun him because he's BKB, but still, there was a chance that he gets the right click kill. That's huge to save that Aegis. I thought maybe just give it up, but he BKB, kind of rolled the dice a little bit. To keep up their pressure. And now, every fight is going to come down to where is this nullifier and where's Yatoro?
Yeah, Kiritich with the answers. And now they've got a Ewell's on Kotl as well.
Also, how sick was that setup in prep too? Like the way that they had them all smoked by that tree line there, just waiting, and they catch that little glimpse of the Earth and just go for it. Kind of insane.
Perfect. FNG shot calling.
And say you shot this hero, right? You know, he wants to play Shaker. If we have to win this game, deal with the devil. What hero are you gonna play? He wants Shaker. See if they can manage to carry it all the way through. It's still a very long road. It is still an incredibly stable lineup here from Team Spirit. They're not exactly a very mysterious lineup. You know what they're gonna do, but they now have a giant dragon with Aghanims leading the charge here at level 16. Not quite level 18 yet though.
Yeah, that's one of those moments where Team Spirit will absolutely be having the team comms saying, hey, let's tighten up. Don't let Yatra be alone. Miposhka's going to be like leashing himself to this Ursa now. He's not going to be more than 1,000 range away from the bear at any given time.
This is one of those games where you specifically need the blink, but he still doesn't have that dispel, of course. So we're going to have to wait for the next round of neutralize, the tier 4s, and hopefully drop one then.
FMG. Oh, he's got Ghost Scepter, but that doesn't protect you from the kisses. The Global's out. They were trying to get in on top of him with the Earthshaker, but the Blinding Light pushes along the way through the Illuminate. Will get the stun combo onto the Ember, but the Your Scepter keeps him away from Squad X for a few seconds, and now the jump with the help of the Hawkfist. The Earthshaker having the vision over on Sayush.
Your element.
On the doorstep of the Dire base, a couple of kills from Team Spirit. They don't have a creep wave. Keratic just cut them.
Pretty nice. And Yadaro, TP's back. Maybe hoping that he get a bit greedy on the Nature's Prophet. He's even going to hunt in the tree line there. We're not going to find them. Keratic, of course, as you can see, safely back at home, picking up a Shadow Blade to assist in his subterfuge across the map.
That's a good word. I just
dig the thesaurus for that one.
Wait, is turfuge a word? Sub means under, right?
I don't. That's a great question.
What's on top of?
Is it supposed to be like sub ground, like subsurface level, like turf? We're breaking down words here, guys.
Comes from the Latin of terra, meaning earth. Yes, terra.
I got nothing, dude.
I don't even know what the opposite of sub is. Like submarine, underwater. What's over water?
Wouldn't it be like sir?
Aerofuge.
It's sub and sir, right?
Is it?
I think so.
Like surplus. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Sub and sir. That makes
Radiant's
sense.
bottom
Nice.
tower
I have an arts
is
degree,
under
guys.
attack.
Don't worry about it.
Congratus.
Thank you.
Latin and Greek, not our forte. What was I? Ah, yes. VP still
Radiant's
feels like they've got a very
bottom
delicate
tower is
draft
under attack.
to execute. They're going to be landing big.
Nullifier?
They've got to worry about the Oracle in the back line. So, like, choosing and prioritizing targets seems still like a big challenge. Ember has to deal with Oracle, Earthshaker and Prophet have to deal with Ursa. And then Kotal's job is just being annoying, pissing people off and doing damage. Will become very exciting when this Kotal gets Hex. Like, if the game drags out long enough, they add in that Hex and things really become difficult for Spirit.
Yeah, it will be a while though, because he is the lowest of the cores. He's not getting that free space of like the mid Kotal. Lots to work with. Oh, big jump.
Straight up, Blink Echo Global onto Collapse. Mira, very low as well. Squad X BKBs pops them out. Outro and Miposhka trying to bet away. Keratic TP forward into the Dragon Tail. He's holding it for 15 seconds, and Squad X focused by the Outro Ursa. Dragon Knight does start his BKB, and this black dragon flies over the cliff tops. Oh, waiting for the top. Aegis remain. Aegis about to be claimed, but in comes the Ember. Kiss is landing in, and they do take down the Outro. Keratic so close to death. The Aegis has got the final bits of damage. Not enough. He's out of there. FNG goes Scepters to protect himself, but burst down. Lol and Miposhka have the damage to rain down on the silencer. So 2 for 2 in the end, and Mira brought back, so 3 for 2 plus a buyback from Spirit.
And he got fully chain stunned down there, I believe, on Collapse, right? Like, I'm not sure. He had the BKB, right? I'm not crazy. Either way, it wouldn't have mattered because he just got owned in the mid lane. Mira was sort of like a free secondary killer. He caught so much of the AoE damage. He sort of just fell immediately after. Level 18 on the DK down bottom. And then the ultimate help with the match resistance. He's gone.
Are standing.
Make a fire.
VP picking up the pace, so they grab a gem for themselves now as well.
Dude, this is
Nice
crazy.
little bonus.
They're just like completely cutting this Ursa. What a play from Squadix as well. Get up there and catch Yadaro when Keratic was sort of in trouble in the river, right? Because he was getting like controlled up, the DK's on top of him, and I was like, oh no, Yadaro's gonna jump down. I believe the Oracle had some vision that Miposhka was dropping down as well. But because they chained the Ursa up top, and then the Fisher was there
Radiant's
to
bottom
also
tower is
hold
under
in place.
attack.
And it was on a knife's edge too, of course, because they were trying to play with that timer on the Nature's Prophet, and they just about got that to work for him.
Yeah.
But not quite there. Now Shaker. Another tool in the kit here for Sage with the Force Staff.
Ah, it's getting juicy for VP. These globals are really annoying as well because you have that moment of, hey, we need to react to this. We need to load to someone. Look for the false promise. And Poshka does have the blink now, so at least a tool for him to reposition in the fight. We can see how it can go both ways as well, knowing how important vision is. If Spirit get the jump onto a VP hero, they die. If VP get a jump onto a Spirit hero, they die. The explosive nature of both of these drafts very apparent.
Yeah, well, and clearly Sage recognizes that because he just ferried out the tumbler. Alright, Val. Listen. Alright, this thing's gotta go. It's gotta go, man. You can't be bringing the tumbler toys back out at 33 minutes. This item is a problem? I'm like, how come Mango Tree's gone and this thing lives? That's what I want to know.
I can't believe it. What are his other options? He must have plenty.
Died for this.
Oh, where's my poor man shield?
I mean, you can't beat it, honestly. On a positioning hero like Shaker, it's just too important. Yeah, he's just better than all these other items.
He wants none of the tier 2 items. Doesn't care. Like, all of these are like agi items that they've dropped. Ring of Aquila, Grove Bow, Brigand's Blade, Specialist's Array. Tier 3 items, the best ones are taken by his cause, so he's left with Cloak of Flames or Paladin Sword. He's not a tank, doesn't care about that. It really is just Tumbler's Toy is better than all of these items for him.
Yep.
Look at those swings.
Wait until Fallen Sky, 60 minutes, and he'll pick it up. That's it.
Oh, yeah.
Nothing else.
Or the Force Boots.
Force Boots, yeah.
Yeah, it looked like this game was kind of spiraling out of control 20-odd minutes in. I saw those graphs just now, but plummeting back down, and VP
is under attack.
making a very even match here in game 2. Going for another sneaky play under the cover of smoke. FNG's not hidden, so he might get scouted by the Hawk over towards this mid lane.
This is one of those deficits that we look at and we say they need to win 5 fights in a row. Like that, honestly, I feel like that's where Virtus.pro's at. They've now won 3 of them, very impressively. Like they are getting the better trades here. They're kiting this Ursa, they're killing him off. Yadro has not really gotten to play Dota in the past while. He's looking for the big guarantee with the Blink of Pistol PKB, and it always just comes down to Seush, maybe catching him before the PKB, and then of course just the Nullifier. So how can they just catch Curitage, I guess, is the best guess, or the best question.
Yeah, it's like important where the fights are happening as well, right?
Hawk?
The reason why VP moved up here is they want to be fighting near Roche and away from their base. They do not want to allow Team Spirit to trade evenly or win a team fight on their doorstep or around the Roche pit. They want to take up position. They can't cover their outpost. Naponchka tried to steal it. And it is a bit spooky here for Spirit as well.
Things are going to get spookier. There's another Shadow Blade on the Ursa. What's spookier than an invisible bear? Imagine you're walking, you know, just minding your own business, killing innocent creeps. You see footsteps in the snow, the size of a bear.
You have a salami in your pocket.
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty much how FNG feels right now, you know? It's like just salami spilling all the folds of this little silencer here.
Don't be stupid. Bears can smell salami from 15 miles away. They know where you are. Well, Shaker and Kotl having a poke at the Dragon Knight.
Did that hit him, guys? Did you see his health move? Because I did.
Did it really hit him?
Yeah.
Oh, I would have missed.
Or he had 41% magic resistance right there. With all that HP regen as well.
Yatra's a little irritated with this Nature's Prophet pushing out his bottom lane. Came down to deal with waves. Has to traverse the entirety of the map now to come back up top. VP have successfully de-warded the area, so back into this fight around the Roche pit. He's respawned. He's holding some goodies. Refresher shard there for them. They need to find his angle. Can't just waltz into the pit. They need to have a couple of picks first. And start thinking about buybacks.
Hey, did you look at Collapse's inventory, guys?
What's he got?
You know, he is a neutral item too.
Oh yeah.
You know, it's called Tumbler's Toy. Just in case you guys were wondering, the Beastmaster and Earthshaker currently have Tumbler's Toy in their inventory. I just
38 minutes into the game.
Ice Frog, you know, I know you're enjoying the game. Be sure to check it out. Don't get me wrong, big fan of the item. A bit much though.
It's like, the ridiculous thing is he gives 200 mana as well. It's not just a jump roll. It's, oh god, FNG!
That's a
Shredded.
nice salami.
15 miles away.
Luckily, he's a smart silencer and he has buyback. Most important skill in the game to just have buyback, please.
That's the only one that matters. Outpost claimed up by Spirit. Still wanting to posture around Roche. The Treants have scouted it. I'm pretty sure Spirit knows Roche is alive.
Yeah.
You do have to come back and maintain that top lane as the Beastmaster just keeps on shoving. All the jump on to Squadix. Dragon Tail into what though? Double force staff. The jump away. Squadix is out there.
Dire's top tower.
We've got Manta Star. Yasuo killed Kiritich up top.
Dire's top tower.
Dive tier 3.
Already?
Yeah, he got bored.
Whistle Blade. Dead. 90 seconds with buyback being held.
And Marl is just hitting Roche.
Yeah, why not? Go in the pit. You force a buyback from Prophet or free Roche.
Radiant's
I think they're just pushed too far back in the
base.
base, so they have no way, no chance of contesting this. They're not really sure exactly where Ursa is at the moment either, so they don't know how fast this is going out. It took Yaldo a while to get there, but it's a piece of cake. And just for the pressure, I think it's pretty good news for Virtus Pro. I think the Agnibs would be a lot harder to deal with right now.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. This really goes to show how nuanced and delicate you have to be as this VP draft. Like, yeah, you're one piece of your draft, one hero that gets killed, everything falls apart. You need everyone as a 5-man unit. And now Lincoln's purchased by the Prophet to protect himself.
Yeah, I'm hoping that doesn't happen again now. That site that you talked about, it is being, closer to being realized here on the model. They're not going to be able to save this Rax. Can they get anything on the way out will be the better question. Yaldo, of course, he's thinking about going in.
He wants to try and make a jump. He defends himself with Enrage, blinks away. DK sending his illusions forth to battle with the buildings.
Tower is under attack.
So one set of racks down, VP now all 5 alive. I think this is where Team Spirit in a very good position. Killing off that top lane of racks now means that they can move down bottom, reclaim their outpost, push out bottom wave, grab a DD rune on the way, and think about planting themselves in the enemy ancient spot. So I like to see what VP are doing, smoking up into the place that Team Spirit want to actually play into. Start off with the Fissure into the enchant, but the false promise is there. Global comes after as a little cyclone from Eposhka protects him for a second against Squadix. Aiming for the Oracle, but Kiritich will pick a target. He's got BKB, but he's dead to the physical damage of Yatoro. Okay, down to Prophet, no buyback for him. Keeper of the Light blown up as well. And Team Spirit just destroy VP.
Radiant are scanning.
They try to find one thing, some small play outside there. Put them off balance, get rid of a hero. Maybe they want to immediately come back and push our base.
Dire's middle tower
So
is under
how
attack.
Dance works. It feels like an even game. You can think, okay, these are the ways that they play this and play that, and then all of a sudden, one fell swoop, Team Spirit say, no. There's so much alpha damage, he just shreds through you incredibly quickly. And now they're working on another lane.
Dire's middle tower has fallen.
There's no problem for 50 seconds. Can I just end?
Dire's middle
Yeah,
barracks.
that's something pretty
Dire's middle
incredible here from Sayush. Maybe buy a smoke, YOLO his way around. Kind of one of those moments.
Dire's
Another
courier
ninja
has
gear.
been killed.
Squadix loses his courier. He's trying to buy out the full Shivers guard. This next team fight, buyback-wise, not looking great. Prophet is 2,000 gold away from it. Earthshaker spent his. Ember and
Dire's
Silencer do
bottom tower
have
is
them.
under attack.
And you're only defending one lane. You know where the Team Spirit are coming from. It's just their front line is so incredibly strong now. Hawks give vision for the DK to play forward. Ursa with his Silver Edge. He's currently smoked, now invis.
I think this is a pretty good example of like why they like this Dragon Knight in terms of it kind of just keeps it simple. I mean, that's the whole concept
Dire's
of the hero,
bottom tower
you know.
is under attack.
He's a little boring. He just has a passive that heals him, a little
Dire's
nuke and a
bottom
stun,
tower
but
has fallen.
in the end, you compare If the Pango in the same situation, knew what the lane was going to be, probably would have went similarly well. Would have been probably a little bit worse for the Pango. It wouldn't be as like CS one-sided with the help of the denies and everything. But when a fight starts, there's no cooldown to really worry about on the pickoff. It's just blink time. Don't worry about the wild rolls.
But yeah, if you're playing Pango, you don't have enough dragons.
No.
Beastmaster dragon, illusion dragons. Dragon here for the DK, jumping and stunning, finding FNG, cooking an illusion onto him as well. Not enough to finish the Sansa just yet, leaving the kisses to try and pick him off, and there he goes. Buyback available for him. He's going to have to use it. Any chance of holding their base, but Aurora and Squad X, they've got the stuns, incoming damage from the dragon and the bear. Down they go. The menagerie of Team Spirit with all the animals in the world just cruising in here in game number 2. It's a dead, the dieback for him, and Kiritich inside his own sprout. The Black Dragon flies over the treetops. The canopy gives no safety to the Fury. Yule's on the Ursa will hold him back, but Sayur's dead, and GG call. Team Spirit with a 2-0 victory ties them up with HR.
Yeah, the blue-eyes White Dragon right there. Easy peasy. Taking him down, Chrome goes, Slug's already out of there on the DC. Doesn't want to look at this game anymore. And Virtus Pro, their hopes of cruising their way to the major, unfortunately. Have they ended now? I guess they haven't ended, but it's looking